Today it's my privilege to interview Charlie Wray and Charlie or Chilla Goodchap, both survivors of the HMAS Perth, and we're going to talk about their experiences with the sinking of the Perth, their subsequent experiences on the Burma-Thailand railway, and at least in one case, experiences of being in Japan. So I'll start with you there, Charlie.
Yeah.
In quick terms, can you tell us about the battle for the, was it the battle for the Java Sea that preceded yours? Okay, so
yeah, we left Surabaya and went out with 14 ships of all sizes, and after the Java battle there was only 2 of us left, and that was Perth and Euston.
Yes.
I didn't see much of the battle because I was downstairs, down below on the electrical side of the ship. I was a wireman attached to the torpedo pole.
Yes.
So that's really all. There was a small break, and I came up onto the deck. And just as I came up, the torpedo was coming at us, and it was meant for us, but it went too deep, and just over a little bit, a few hundred yards over, a British destroyer copped it right in the centre, and down she went. So that's how fast they go. During the battle there, we never got a scratch.
Uh-huh.
A good skipper, he knows how to handle them. That's all I can say of the Java Sea battle.
Okay, well I'll ask, this is going to be confusing, we're working with 2 Charlies, but Chilla and Charlie, what about the battle for the Java Sea?
Well, the Java Sea battle, I was in B turret, which is a twin 6-inch turret, and we're locked in, and our skipper of the turret was Lieutenant Huyton, RN, and he instructed me to go out of the turret onto B deck, which is only a very small deck, and throw the cartridge cases overboard. They're beautiful copper cases, but nevertheless he felt that if we do get into trouble, they're going to be more harm than good. So I was there for approximately half an hour throwing these cartridges over, and I did see part of the battle. I'm too busy bloody getting rid of cartridge cases really, but I did notice that the ships of the Dutch De Ruyter, which was the flagship, we were in a straight line behind her. The 4 cruisers, De Ruyter, the Java, the Houston and the Perth, were in direct line, and flanking on the port side and on the starboard side were destroyers. And there were four stack American destroyers, very old, and the Electra, the Jupiter, and a bit of Dutch stuff. But we all seemed to be in a line, and it went through, we were only 18, it went through my mind, well, if they don't torpedo the first ship, they're going to get the second or the third. And I really think that the Dutch Admiral was not conversant with naval fighting, and as it turned out, of course, that Heckwaller from the Perth was really the man who, for flotilla leader in the Mediterranean. I just felt that it was a bad mistake, and a very bad mistake.
Yes.
And then I got back into the turret again then, and we went from there.
Yes. Now, just Charlie, I'll just ask you. This is a difficult question. What are your emotions like when you're in battle?
Well, I couldn't see anything to get excited about. I knew it was out there, but I couldn't see a thing.
Did you have any fear though?
No. Well, at 18 and 19 you haven't got any fear, have you?
You're bulletproof.
Yeah. So actually, no, I wasn't frightened.
Yeah,
I had confidence in our skipper.
Yes, yeah. And this is Hick Waller.
Yeah,
and the Dutch skipper was De Ruyter, was it? Was that
Yeah,
his name?
yeah,
De Ruyter.
he was an admiral, but he shouldn't have been in charge.
Yes, yeah. And now, what about when you came to those the closure of the day of the 28th of February when the vessel was mortally wounded? Do you remember the circumstances then?
That was March the
Chilla?
1st. March the 1st.
It's March the 1st, is it? Yes.
Well, it was, as far as we're concerned,
Yes.
it must be.
Yeah.
What were our feelings? Well, we had an abandoned ship.
Yeah.
The bridge is right above B turret.
Yeah.
And the fellow with the earphones in the turret
Yes.
said, prepare to abandon ship.
Yes.
Well, with that, Heighton had a door opened up, and everybody jumped from the turret, and in the turret there would be round about 18, 19 in the turret, and everyone hopped down onto B deck. Fortunately for me, my father was an Anzac bloke, and he said to me, before you do anything, make sure that you know you're going to do right. Just wait for 3 or 4 seconds, and that never went out of my head. And 3 of us did that, the layer and the trainer and myself, and they were the senior rank to me. And with that, a shell hit B turret and killed the entire group on B, were down on B deck, killed them with the exception of 2, and they were blown into the water. And one was Chesty Bond, we called him. His name was Bond, but Chesty, and another fellow named Danny Marr. And Danny Marr had, as it turned out later, had terrific shrapnel shells, and Chesty Bond was infected. And they were rammers, the big heavy blokes. And so then the 3 of us got out of the turret, and I climbed up to the waist of the ship, and there were about 4 or 5 fellows there with asbestos. They were the fire crew, and they couldn't get out of their big asbestos suits or anything, and so I was joined by somebody else, 2 or 3 of us there, and we got them undressed out of their overalls on them, and I might say that we all go to battle in overalls, and then I decided then that it was time to do the big jump, and I did hear Waller say abandon ship.
Ah, you did.
And I heard that, and we would be told be the only ones apart from the bridge people that would hear that. And anyway, then the time came and I was on the port side waist and by the canteen, and I thought, well, this is it, you've got to get out of this. So I went over, and it was black day.